BJ Peters here from StampinBJ.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who loves to teach stamping to y'all. And yes, today I've got another really fun technique using some of our new products from Stampin' Up! And here's the card. Isn't it gorgeous? Yes, there's actually several techniques here. I'm going to talk about the Stamparatus. I'm going to talk about Brusho. So this one is a must-see. Hang tight. Let's get started. So this card, I'm going to use the Beautiful Day stamp set. I'm loving this for multiple reasons. Embossing and the Brusho and the Stampin' Blends. There's just so much that you can do with it. One of the things that I wanted to do was to use this flower, but I wanted to emboss it with black. Well, we don't have black embossing powder in the catalog right now, but we're having this amazing Stamparatus. And I thought, well, this is perfect because we can use the Stamparatus for doing that. So I actually have some shimmery white cardstock here all set up on my Stamparatus. And I've got my flower right there. I'm going to ink up my flower in this archival black ink pad. Looks good. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it. Perfect. Give it a good press. Shimmery white, so it's a little porous cardstock. You're going to make sure that it gets a chance to kind of soak in. And look at nice, beautiful image, except for that spot. Well, let's just make sure we got some good ink on that spot. And because we're using the Stamparatus, we can get that spot again. And there we go. Perfect. I'm just going to wipe off the extra ink that's here. And then I'm going to come in with my Versamark ink pad. And I'm going to ink up this stamp again. Perfect. And stamp it again. And while that is just kind of sitting on there, I'm going to make sure that I'm getting my clear embossing powder ready right here in my container with my spoon right in there. Make sure I got good adhesion or with the Versamark. And now let's get this ink put on with some clear embossing powder. And we're going to have an embossed black image. Let me heat set this and I'll be right back. All right, there's that beautiful black embossed image. Perfect use for our brand new Stamparatus. If you don't yet have one, some of you may have them on reserve. Should be getting an email from Stampin' Up! Shortly on when your Stamparatus is going to be in your inbox for you to purchase. Otherwise, the rest of you, with the new Stampin' Up! Catalog coming out in June, you'll be able to get yours on reserve. One of the other things I love about this image is it's easy just to cut around it. No, it doesn't have framelits, but you know, a little fussy cutting every now and then doesn't hurt anybody. And if you look at how I'm cutting this, I am not even working really hard at fussy cutting. This is, to me, this is just not fussy cutting. It's just cutting around an image very easily. So in this project, I'm going to use the yellow and the Gamboge Brusho colors. I have talked about them before, and if you're new to them, make sure you check out some of my other YouTube videos here. I'm going to just lay down just a quick little bit of layer of water with my aqua painter. To me, this helps the colors kind of stick, and so they don't kind of go around. So these are actually little crystal colors, and what they do is they intersect with the water and they kind of like burst, kind of like fireworks is how I liken it. So you're gonna find them come to life with this, and you can mix them a little bit. I don't want it on that leaf, so I'm gonna just kind of pull that off for now. All right, here we go. Here's where the magic is gonna come in. So here I'm gathering those little crystals and I'm getting them wet, and they're intersecting with that water, and they're gonna just come to life. That's why I'm using kind of the shimmery white cardstock. It's a little more porous. So with it more porous, it will soak up the water a little bit easier, and thus my paper won't warp quite as much. Look at that. Just love that color. Love the color variation. Each of the bottles of Brusho, you know, they've got several different colors in them. So you get that color variation naturally. I want to add a little bit more of the gamboge. I want to bring out a little bit more of the orange over here. See if we can do that. And you know, it's easy to start with just a few of the crystals and then add more color in. You know, obviously when you get more color on, taking it away doesn't exactly work as well. No, I kind of like that. Let's see if we can't get some really deep color here in the middle. Maybe if I just try and shake on a couple of red flecks in the middle there, we can get that a little bit deeper. Oh, look at that. Ooh, see, just a little bit goes a long way. So I'm going to get some of that red off so that I don't, and then I'm going to just kind of take some of the red flecks that came out and brush them out so I get more of that color variation again. So just going to work now in a circular motion here. Look at, love that. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so the green that comes in here is a moss green. I am not a moss green fan. You know what? It's just not going to happen for me. So, you know, back in grade school, I think they taught us that you can mix yellow and blue to make green. So I'm going to put, I just have my block here. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow here. I don't need much. That's probably too much yellow. And I'm going to put just a tish of blue. So yellow and blue make green, right? Here we go. Let's see the magic happen. Ooh, look at that. See, I like that green a little bit better. And now we're just going to paint with it. Oh yes, that's a nice green. Look at that bold, vibrant color. I like that. Yep, I'm a happy stamper. So what I've done so far is I've mounted by Brusho watercolor wash background. Again, I used the gamboge with a little bit of red. It was actually left over from another project that I shared. And so that's 3.5 by 4 3/4. And I mounted it on basic black cardstock that is 3 3/4 by 5. I added just a little strip of the Petal Passion Designer Series paper that everyone has to have. Love the black and white. So, and then this is just a lemon lime twist cardstock background. Pretty easy. Now I've got my flower here. Oh, Always Thinking of You came right from the Beautiful Day stamp set, right there. And now I've got my beautiful flower. And notice that it does curl a little bit, again, because of the water, but not nearly as bad as it would be if I didn't use some of the paper that has a little bit of an ability to soak up the water. So this is that shimmery white that I mentioned. I'm just going to use a few extra Stampin' Dimensionals this time to help take care of that little bit of warping because of the water we used with the Brusho. And you're going to love this gorgeous card. So I'm going to put this on here, and notice how I'm going to strategically place the leaf right over the top of the word always, because I don't have quite enough space. So there we go. Just like that, off the edge a little bit. And bingo, we have a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Love it, love it. If you wanted to add a little bit of shimmer, so our Clear Wink Estella, if you add that, interacts really well and gives you that shimmer and that little bit of extra something, something. So here's the card. Thanks for stopping by today. And remember, you can purchase these products in my online store at stampinbj.com. And remember to create and feel great.